On Sunday, J.D. Vance headed over to Switzerland with the U.S. delegation to meet with Iranian officials in an attempt to, smooth things over again. Let's get the peace talks back on track. And at that gathering, J.D. Vance, according to international media outlets that have no ties to the United States at all, according to analysts in those countries and analysts here in the United States, J.D. Vance was totally and completely humiliated. So here's what happened. J.D. Vance and the U.S. delegation showed up for these negotiations. And the Iranian officials were not there yet. So J.D. Vance was left waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the Iranian officials showed up fashionably late because they know they hold all the cards. And that, of course, is what all of the experts are saying. And let me read you this. In diplomacy, the side with leverage doesn't wait in the room. You claim to be leading and winning, yet you arrive first. That was your first mistake. And that's true. If you hold all the cards, yet you're the one sitting there waiting, you've already lost. And then when the Iranian official showed up, you had the president of Iran, not the Ayatollah, but the actual, president, walked in, start shaking everybody's hands, but he refused to shake J.D. Vance's hand. That was also a power move. You are beneath me. I am not going to waste my time extending a friendly gesture to you. Go sit down, child, and we're going to have a talk. That is pretty powerful, right? And J.D. Vance sat there, probably understanding in his mind that I am going to take the blame for all of this, even though none of this is my fault. And he is. I mean, hell, Trump admitted a week ago, if this works out, I'll take the credit. If it doesn't work out, I'll blame J.D. And he wasn't joking about that either. You have a gaggle of Republican senators who are already blaming all of this on J.D. Vance. They want him to come in and start answering questions about how all of this fell apart so badly. And he's going to have to answer those questions. J.D. Vance is not blameless in any of this, but Donald Trump is the guy at the top. He is the guy that made these decisions. He's the guy that got us involved. And I'm going to be beyond pissed off if he gets off scot-free in this. Don't get me wrong, I sincerely hope that this destroys J.D. Vance's chances of ever winning a public office again for the rest of his life, and I think it will. But we cannot focus all of the attention on J.D. Vance. He is the fall guy. He was set up to be the fall guy from the very start of this. Donald Trump did that because he knew, 2 days into this was hugely unpopular. Nobody wants this. Why am I doing it? I got tricked by Netanyahu, who of course was egged on by Lindsey Graham. Let's not forget that part of the story. And so J.D. Vance has become the figurehead of this whole thing. And he's allegedly the one guy in the administration who didn't want it to happen to begin with because he's totally anti-war guy. And J.D. Vance would much rather be out there traveling America peddling his horrible new book that is getting savaged by literary critics. But instead, he's made to go to Switzerland, sit there by himself, twiddling his thumbs, waiting for the Iranian officials to show up, and then when they do, they snub him, making him feel even less significant than he already is. And this is his life now. But you chose this life, JD. You wanted this. You wanted to be vice president. You wanted to hitch your wagon onto Trump because you thought it would take you straight into the Oval Office yourself. And now you are realizing what everybody from the first Trump administration realized too. Trump doesn't make your life better. Trump doesn't open doors for you for the future. He destroys everything you have built throughout your entire life. And then he casts you aside because he genuinely does not care. The first administration folks all learned that. J.D. Vance didn't learn from their mistakes, and now he's having an even worse go of it than any of those people did before him. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.